Oh, Calypso is a cool little profile picture there too. All right, all right. All right. So we got Calypso in the blue, Roy in the red, just like yesterday. Now, Deer Arabia, and look at these 4 deer are close too. This is actually a crazy gen. That is a really easy deer push for both players. Right in the front, super easy. Roy's map is kinda not my favorite. These are both forward. I would love to see these in the back for better, easier access. Calypso's map is not better, really. His berries are back, but his gold and his stone are super forward. So, you know, that's going to be difficult to contest. You could put a tower right here and kind of defend both of these. 2 houses open for each. Now, yesterday, Roy went... Calypso is going to go 7th to the boar, which is something I do all the time. It has really good timing with the second sheep finishing. And I believe that Roy will send his 7th fill to wood, which is what he did yesterday. So Roy's going 6 to food, and then 3 or 4 to wood. Though he might do 2 like he did with the cumins yesterday. Calypso has 8 on food for the moment, but I believe this guy's going to walk over. And he's heavy on the food here early with the Mongols, which, you know, lean into your bonus. They're going to really just get that boar eaten quickly. And we could see a really fast uptime here for both of them, to be honest. Roy's 2 on wood, kind of like I suspected. It's unfortunate that he killed that sheep because there's going to be a ton of rot on there, and it's actually going to be kind of hard to even task him to finish the sheep first. He may not even try. The goose is getting eaten slowly. Everything's a sheep and everything's a boar. I don't care that it's a rat. So Calypso is staying. He's just got 1 on wood right now. I believe this guy will go to wood as well. So, oh, interesting. Probably didn't mean to do that. Maybe he did. I don't know. But he shot that deer a little far out. He will need a house. He is going to get housed. We'll see how quickly he notices that. He needs to get a house building, probably with both of these guys here. But there he goes. House is coming up. He'll be housed for a moment, and he's going to get loom. So, no big deal. He was going to get loom anyways. Roy's bringing in his 2nd boar. And minor inefficiency with that sheep that's rotting. He now has a third dead animal under the TC. He is not housed, though. He's, in fact, super not housed. I do believe that Roy is planning to go for the 2 TC boom. And he's making housing space and preemptively kind of walling this. His TC is going to go right here. Although it could go right here, too. But I don't know. He's onto the berries. He's going to drop a mill in a moment. And I suspect Calypso clicks up as soon as a mill gets built, right? He needs a mill. Ah, damn. My least favorite thing. That deer got shot way out of position. The mill is going up, and he's going to click up on 17 vills, I assume. With the Mongols, it's a pretty good uptime. He's going to have to idle for it, though. He may have to go to 18 vills. Let's see if he does it. He's just going to idle for a second. It's not too long. And he splits his eco up. So Calypso is up. Roy is not quite there, though. But he won't be far behind. He is pushing his deer. Let's go, Roy. Way to go. He will be able to click up on 19 with loom. He should queue loom right after this. And no, he just clicks. 18, no loom. So he's not going to be too far behind where Calypso is. Calypso has a 20-second lead on him. He's pushing in this final deer. Hopefully he gets a better one than this. That sucks. And it's not even really his fault. The build just like auto tasks to the next deer. How many viewers we got? 14 viewers. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for being here. This is a fun one. Calypso is going to get this house working. I'm assuming he's going to want a barracks. Yeah, there's the barracks. And he'll need a little tiny wall in between him. The barracks will be a little bit slow. He may not be able to put the stable down right away, but this is definitely scouts from Calypso. And scouts against the cumins, is low-key not the most effective. As soon as he gets that TC up, the scouts can't really do much. They can pressure the farms, they can be annoying and bully him. Well, he's gonna get this barracks up just in time with 2 vills on it. Nice uptime. Nice uptime. 837. So, stable will come in as soon as he's got the wood, I assume. Is he gonna build it with 2 vills? He might, and he is. There's the stable. Now, Roy is not far behind. Roy is up. He's got the wood. Where's the town center going? Probably here. Come on, Roy. Yeah, right there. So this CC's going up, and these scouts are going to be rendered a little bit useless. Roy will need a spear, though, to defend. His berries are naked, and he can't protect them with the town center. So what he's going to have is wood and gold, and he's going to have farms around. Calyps is scouting him, seeing what's going on. Did he see the second town center? Yeah, he sees it, so he knows what's happening here. He may, if I was him, I may choose to just go to Castle Age, because you can't get too much damage with just scouts, unless he's going to add archers. He's on to wood, or I mean, he's on to gold. He could try to add archers here. He's got more scouts producing, tiny bit of idle time. There he goes, fixes that. He will end up needing some farms, though, because the berries, though they'll supply for a little bit, in a few minutes they're going to run out. Scouts are coming in. The TC is up for Roy. So, Roy said, "Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I did it yesterday, but I'm doing it again today, too." And he's actually completely off of the berries, and he's building a barracks here. Great. So, right now, these scouts can't do jack, but Roy has no food income, because he knows he can't take the berries. So, heads up play by Roy. Let's see if Calyps makes a mistake and gives him some scouts. Right now, it looks like he's just going to run around the back. Roy desperately needs to put some farms down. Yeah, he's putting them, and they're going to get sniped. They're going to get sniped. No, he should have sniped him. Should have sniped him. Good job not to panic there, though. These farms are no longer able to be sniped now that they've been seeded. But before they get seeded, only building in the game that can be hit, that can be seen before it has been tapped to be built. Garrison, garrison, garrison. Yeah, good shit, Roy. Good shit. Some damage on the scouts. Not a lot. These scouts don't have any upgrades, but town centers are relatively weak. Pikes are coming out for Roy to defend those berries, I assume, because once he gets back on there, this is like, you know, this is hundreds and hundreds of food that he needs to take. So, like I was saying, the scouts are going to be a little bit rendered useless. They can't go under the town center without dying. So Calyps may just be focusing on, yeah, he's getting wheelbarrow. He's getting bloodlines. Aggressive play, so he wants actually to do damage with these scouts in Feudal Age. Roy can wall here with one house, and he can keep him out. I mean, but this is what's going to happen. Come in, couple smacks. These scouts can get trapped. These scouts can get trapped. You should garrison, Roy. You should garrison. He garrisons, a scout goes down, and the others are weak. So, Roy playing really well, actually, here. Getting himself a 5-vil lead. Calyps is going to have wheelbarrow for not that many farms, though. And an archery range coming in. So he's going to play extended feudal here. He wants to make him pay for the Cumin Boom. But Roy, so far, so good. He just has, you know, vills coming out. He's got some farms. Sorry, wrong place. He's got some farms. He's got 12 farms down. A few pikes lurking. And Calyps is making his own spears. So, interesting. I'm not sure what those are going to do except for fight red spears. But the scouts are not going to pay, and he wisely stops making them. He's got the range up. He's walling himself to defend from potentially the Cumins using this big eco bonus, or this big villager lead to raid him back. Cheap stables, lots of farms. He can make his own scouts. The scouts are searching. Nice house, Roy. I called it. He did it. The scouts are going to get trapped. If they keep going, they'll get trapped, and they don't. They don't run back. The pikes should come home. Don't chase them so far. Oh, pike. All right, good job. Pikes are coming back. Where are these vills going? I don't really know. But Roy's doing a good job keeping these TCs producing. He needs to take these berries, though. You don't want to just completely forget about them. Set the pikes over here and go take your berries, dude. He's making a market. He's making a stable. And His scout is scouting around. Right now, Roy's looking clean, man. It's going to be about how soon Bloody gets up to Castle Age. He might lose his scout. Nice micro to get out of there. He's he's going to be a pest, man. He's going to be a pest, just giving the villager a smack. And playing killer, to be honest. These guys are both playing a good game. Pretty clean. Not a lot of downtime. And Calyps is preparing, and he's not even afraid to show it. Or, I mean, Roy's preparing, and he's not afraid to show what he's going to do. Stable. And how soon is he able to get Castle Age? Pretty soon. Take your berries, Roy. Take them. With your hands. I want him to take the berries. Because, see, these spearmen are just standing over here doing nothing. It would be good to bring them into place, right? Bring them over on the front line. This is walled. Roy clicks. And Bloody has not clicked, and he made the range, but for what? Maybe CA? CA could be good, but Roy can make camels, so if he does that, Bloody's going to idle for Castle Age. He's almost there, force dropping, and he clicks. So, right now, this feudal age for Roy is... He's ahead, man. He's ahead. These wood choppers are super, super yucky. He did the same thing yesterday, too, where he doesn't... All these villas are so double concentrated in one spot. Third stable coming in for Roy. He needs to make a... Bloody checks the berries just to see. He needs to make another lumber camp down here, or ideally, like, over here. Just passing, and they're just gonna, you know, he's just looking around. So, what Calyps can see is everything. He knows what's going on. He's effectively denied the berries just by being up to feudal age fast. But the question is really going to be, like, what's he going to do? It's going to be CA. It has to be CA. Mongols have faster firing CA. I'm assuming he's going to get fletching right there, fletching and the archer armor. So it's CA for sure. He has bloodlines. He prepped this the whole entire time. Roy's scout is fast, so he prepped this. Now, if Roy plays step lancers without scouting, he sees one archery range. He doesn't see the next one. Without scouting, he might think steps. The CA are going to do damage against the steps, for sure. So, oh, too many bills on a house, Roy. Okay, Roy, what's the move? You don't have any food, and it's nights. Nights are not a terrible call. But he doesn't have enough food to sustain anything. He has 3 stables up. All these villas building houses. He needs to quickly get some food in the bank, right? But he's just a little bit tight. His eco is not flowing as nicely as you might want it to. Can't afford vills and units at the same time. That's an accidental bell ring, and he fixes it. So, over here, Calyps is going to be making CA, right? CA coming out. Is there a unit stuck here? No, it's just a house that's never got built. So he's walled up pretty well. He's adding a second town center, which is going to make it really hard to afford CA. He's not going to be able to afford a wood unit and also farms for this this town center. Roy's lurking around, and Calyps is adding camels because he sees the unit. So, wise choice. He's just going to spend his res here. He's going to add camels. He's going to add CA. Vil down, and that's like 2-to-1 KD right now for APG Roy. He's playing a smooth game. His cavalry units are going to be fast, but the camels for Roy are a problem. So for Bloody are a problem. Roy's just booming right now. He's adding another lumber camp, which is great, but he's going to need military units. He sees all these camels and these scouts, and even though he has like a 16 vil lead right now, he desperately needs to have units on the field, because these are a problem. These units can do damage. Even though camels aren't great at raiding, it's 10-to-5 military, so... Yep, he's adding a couple pikes. Not a bad choice, but he doesn't know about the CA with upgrades for Calypso. Yeah, it's tough to know who to root for, man. This is actually a super close game. Calypso has his second TC going. Ton of vills queued, and not a ton of army, so he wants to make up the difference that the Cumans have established. He's gonna get housed. Roy is also on the verge of getting housed. He's only got 10 pop space left, and he's got the pikeman upgrade in. He's getting the military, so he wants to play pikes. Not a horrible plan. You can't fight this though. You need to run your knights back. You're gonna lose them. Gonna lose your knights. Calypso backs up because he sees the pikes, and he wants ranges. So is he going to add skirms? As the Cumans, your CA are fine, but they're nothing special. You missed the last armor, if I remember correctly, and the Cumans are just sword, or maybe they miss Bracer is what they miss, and they do get the last armor. So Roy's got a ton of production buildings. He's getting Arson, he's getting Wheelbarrow, he's getting all these upgrades for the pikes, and pikes do counter Mongols pretty bad, except for the CA. And Calypso is committing to a double cold comp here of camels and CA. So Pike Skirm actually kills this, or Camel Skirm actually kills this. So Roy has some choices to make here, but he does have a 12-bill lead, and I think he just added... No, Calypse added a third town center. So what Roy's doing here is not being aggressive enough. I think he's giving a bloody too much time. Sorry, I'm reading the chat here. He's giving him too much time to get caught back up. He's adding third town centers because Roy has never even come to his base. He hasn't really messed around, and he has now an army of camels and CA. What do you mean by a terrible decision there, Slayer? Just double down on the camels? Yeah, I mean, you might as well, right? But he's adding the CA. He's running both. And Red here, I think that he still probably doesn't have Horse Collar. He never gets Horse Collar, which is fine and all. Let's see. I'll just stay clicked on this farm while I'm watching here. The camels are coming in. Too many dang vills. This guy puts all of his vills on one wood line all the time. So the CA are going to feast. Yeah, he's got to run. And it's skirms, which are... Pike skirm is fine if you don't feed them all to these cav archers right now. So Roy is going to face the first real pressure of this game, and he's frozen a little bit. No vills being queued, no army being queued. Focused on micro in these 4 skirms. Calypso is going to use 7 skirms queued out of 3 ranges. That's fine. You need vills though, bro. You need vills because blue is catching up. Blue is catching up, and he's spending his res wisely, right? Like, look, he's not floating much food. He's adding a ton of farms. He's going to be able to afford enough army to wreck your life if you give him too much time. So, these guys are going to try to get in. If he had... Oh, bad. The pikes are going to die. Yeah, 3 pikes down. And you need to micro your army here carefully because Calypso is going to make you pay if you don't. Nice, he's going to wall this up better, which is good. He can keep taking stone. He will have enough for a castle shortly. The skirms are getting some kills. I don't even know why he backed away. Calypso is not watching. And some CA are going to get hurt. There's an actual random archer in there. The camels are out of position a little bit tier 2. So Roy is defending, but he's not queuing vills. There he goes with the vills. He's actually behind now. The Cuman Boom had him ahead early, but he's behind now in vills. And Calypso is getting... the heavy plow, and he's starting to make some scorpions, which will kill everything that Roy has. Roy has given up on his gold units, maybe giving too much respect to Calypso's comp here and his reputation, and just not making... He needs to make gold units. His eco is suffering a little bit, and he's not close to imp. A castle will, though. A castle could change the trajectory here, like a castle up on this hill right here. Rams, scorpions coming in for blue. And he's gonna have a pretty strong army. Roy has more units, but they're trash units. He doesn't have any knights. He doesn't have anything to raid. So he could get in here with a raid. I mean, some knights into his base right now, and it's not pretty for blue. So he needs to take a fight and take it soon. Kill these camels and these CA, and he can raid right afterwards. He's getting the skirm armor, which is probably fine. I don't even know if he has fletching on him. He does. He has fletching and bodkin, but no armor. So armor's coming in. Too much idle TC time for red here. Skirms first. Yeah, back him up. They're gonna die. He's got the armor in. I think he's idling for imp. I mean, or he's just not, or he's a little bit too freaking. Yeah, scorpion goes down. Smart. Needs to bring these guys back. I do think that Roy is spending way too much time because Calypso is on his way up to imp with more vills. Roy has not queued anything in a long time. Castle needs to be on that hill. I mean, I don't hate it. It's better than nothing, but right at the top would be better, in my opinion. He's got to force a fight. He's got to turn the tide here because I think he sees the score and sees, oh man, I'm ahead, but he's not ahead. He's down 10 bills, and he's going to be way, way, way later to imp. And once that happens, it's not great. Now, Calyps isn't paying attention here, and he's going to lose a bunch of camels. Camels are down. He's got his own castle coming in, but if Roy is slick, he can deny this castle. The knights need to go for the CA. The halbs stay right where they are and attack the camels. Now, is it going to be worth? Because he's going to lose some army. He probably can't deny this castle. Attack the villas, not the castle. Attack the villas, not the castle. Holy, okay. Camels are dying, though. And red is dropping another castle right underneath this one. You can't do that. You totally can't do that. The skirms are going to die. This is a mess. It's a mess for everybody, but this castle may get denied. Dude, this castle might get denied. The CA are dead, and the Cav are dead, and Roy has a huge swing. Castle's denied, and this is going to go up. This is going to go up. He stays alive, and he freaking defends. Bloody is imp, and he doesn't have trebs. Roy is not there, but 52 army to 1. The trash army just absolutely wrecked. The castle's going to go down. Siege Workshop coming in for red. What you could do is wall around that castle so he can't build it. But what he needs to do is stop spending all of his gold and get to imp. Castle gets deleted for Bloody. Yeah, castle's deleted. He's going to make it at home. He still has just exactly enough wood. I'm curious to see. Yeah, the castle's going to come in at home. But Roy with a huge swing right there. That was fire. I think that was fire. Yeah, exactly. Right, Donnie? Barring some insane throw, that was a pretty bad throw. He lost his whole entire army trying to put that castle up with 7 bills. So right now, he needs to regroup his army, but Roy has to get up to imp. And he's fully committed. He's getting capped ram. He's fully committed in Castle Age, and it could pay because Bloody's so behind. He has no army. If Roy just doesn't throw, he's actually in the lead right now. He's in the lead. He has all these skirms. He has 18 skirms. They just need to pick off these CA. Yeah, dead. 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 If he gets, I don't know if he has ballistics or not, but it doesn't really matter because Calypso's not micro-ring. He's just walking them out one at a time to get smoked. KD heavy in favor of red, and it is not over, but he might be feeling defeated. If these knights get in the base and start raiding, I could see a GG coming in. Calypso needs, he can't make trebs because they're gonna die. He has no map control. He can't get in, and he can't get out. If red, now he has all this gold. I think he sold everything. He has like no farms. Everybody is doing what? What are these guys doing? They're going to a lumber camp that he has to walk around the entire map to get to. Delete this house. Delete a house. Delete a freaking house, dude. Oh my god, they're going on a marathon just to chop wood. The wood you could have chopped right there. Holy dude. Oh my god. But this is crazy. The night raid is in. I don't know, dude. I think that this is a huge throw. I think that no, Bloody's not letting him win, dude. He got cocky maybe, and he just didn't see the Rams are coming in. Roy is gonna take down this town center, which honestly you don't even need to bother. You need to take down these vills. The town center doesn't matter. Where are the halbs? The halbs need to come forward to protect the Rams. BloodyCalypso is getting shredded right now. The double cumin, dude. Roy's good with the cumins on Arabia. So Roy is still, he's going to play full Castle Age. At this point, he doesn't even need to click imp. He needs to buy food and make as many units as possible. He needs to get max pop. Yeah, Calypso's making army, but he has no gold. He's going to drop another castle for defense and hope to survive. The Rams are shredding everything. Red has a ton of gold, so much gold. He can make more Rams. He can make more of everything. And the raid dies, but it's 83 vills to 67, and the halbs are actually, oh man, your pikemen need to get out underneath the castle. Yeah, because this is too much. These are all dead. You're gonna throw your Rams for nothing, for some HP on a castle. There's no point there. Unfortunately, that is not the move. The camels may go down, but I think that these rams are dead. I'd like to see Roy make more. He has 0 vills on wood, 1 vill on food. Where are his villagers? What are they doing? These guys aren't even here. I'm actually at a complete loss for where Roy's 83 vills are. He has 26 on gold, and nothing else is working anywhere. Where are the villagers? Where are the villagers? Am I tripping? Are they in the rams? Like, this castle might go down, actually. But again, I don't understand. Where are Roy's vills? There's 3 in this castle. They're garrisoned. Roy has all of his vills garrisoned. I don't understand. Does he not realize that those vills aren't working? The castle goes down. This dude's gonna do it without even his vills working. Oh my god, the vills finally come out. Like 5 minutes that these vills aren't working. And it low-key doesn't matter. Now, Roy doesn't want... He's got to be careful not to overextend because he can kind of throw this. But Calypso is in the toilet right now. He's hurting. The Halbs are not protecting the Rams, though. The Rams are being protected by Skirms, which are getting shredded by Hussar. The fact that he's not an Imp yet is a problem. All those vills not working for all that time was actually huge. He needs more Siege Workshops, or I mean, he needs more Rams coming out. But he's devastating right now. Roy is coming out with he has a really high chance to win this game right now. Super high. I know, dude. Locked in on the push. Bloody is the fave, for sure. Bloody is the highest rated in the tournament. He beat Pertardo last month. But Roy is a dog, dude. Calypso is running his vills. He's not going to give up yet. Roy's not queuing anything. He needs to queue units, and I don't think it needs to be skirms. As you can see, dude, oh, I guess maybe so, but you have, just make light cav, make knights, like whatever, or get up to Imperial Age and make trebs, and the game is over. Calypso runs to the corner. He's got 61 vills still, and he does have a bunch of skirms. Let's see what his res is like. I mean, he can't afford much, right? And he calls the frickin' GG, dude. He calls the GG. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Ghost, game 1. Heater of a game. Heater of a game. APG Roy with the win on Arabia is nuts, man. Well played. Well played, Roy. Wow. 183 to 100. He did it in Castle H. He did it with his villagers garrison for so long, dude. Like 60 villas garrison for no reason. I think he hit the town bell and was so focused he didn't even notice. Calypso way ahead of Nico. Faster in the uptime to feudal. Castle H times are really similar. Well played by both of them there. But yeah, the timeline, you can just see that one fight under the castle was that castle getting denied, and the Skirm Pike army with a few knights, Roy flipped the game on its head. Well played. This is the semifinals. The winner of this goes to the finals to play the winner of Billy Down versus Goldstones, which will happen soon, this week. And we will see what's going on. Now, Roy in the red as the Britons. Britons have a nice bonus on the sheep. Britons have a nice bonus on the sheep. They're going to last longer, or they get more food off of them. I can't remember exactly what it is, but they do have a bonus for the sheep, so that's pretty strong. The Turks get the light cav and the Hussar upgrades for free. I'm not sure about their eco bonus. I believe that they get more gold off of their gold mining camps, so they collect their gold 15% faster, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm not sure, aka Wayo. I'm not really sure what happened, but it's okay. We're back in for the game, and you know, this is, where is Roysville going? Roy is taking the farthest possible lumber camp. Now, Roy, I don't recommend that. He's going 5 to food because he's Britons, and that's pretty cool. He's taking advantage of his bonus, but then he's sort of throwing it by taking... This isn't even a good wood line. It's small. This would have been a better wood line. This would have been a primo wood line right in the corner. But yeah, Sammy, awesome sportsmanship. I'm happy to see you here rooting for Roy after that game yesterday. But yeah, Roy's going 4 to wood. And he's taking a good advantage by going 5 on sheep here. So he does need to scout the rest of his sheep, and he will soon. And Calyps is bringing in his first boar. Nicely done. This guy's going to go off to the woods. So for Calyps, we got 7 and 3, which is a build that I do all the time. I'm really curious to see if he's going to try to go for the fast imp. Sammy, Roy won the first game, so he's doing well. As we know, Arena was the game he lost to you yesterday, so it might not be his strongest map, and Calyps did pick this map, so I think that he's thinking he's got a good chance to win this game here. Roy bringing in his first board, and he does that so well. Perfect boar lure. I'd love to see these guys go to the boar and not to that sheep. Finally finds the rest of his sheep, but let's see if these guys finish up and go to the next sheep, or if they go to the boar. Great, they go to the boar. That's perfect. Half a Vil lead here for blue. Just a little idle time for red. And it looks like Calyps is going to start taking these chickens. Now, I hate chicken arena. I think the chickens on Arabia is totally alright. That's fine. And Calyps is going to mill them, which is kind of what you have to do. It forces you to put like an extra villager or so into your fast castle build, which I guess is whatever, but I just think that chicken arena is dumb. Everybody who plays with me know all I do is complain about chickens, so here I am again complaining about the chickens. Roy's going out to mill his as well, and he's bringing in a second boar. So well done. This Vil walked a little far, and that's okay. They're going to finish up the first one and head on to the second one. Vils are tied. Slight Vil lead for blue, and we will just see where blue goes if he's going to go fast amp. Bringing in his second boar right now. Gets it done, and the change to where your TC kills the boar and you don't lose anything has made a big difference, especially for these newer guys. This mail should have been right here. For the newer guys, maybe lower elos, to never accidentally destroy your boar. It was a huge problem, and could ruin a game. You lose a boar, you're pretty much dead. You got to drop farms immediately. He's got 4 on the chickens, which I think is fine. You can actually carry 2 chickens worth of food with 4 Vils, so I don't even usually mill. I just micro my Vils and save myself the wood, but it is not as fast as pushing deer. Let's see, where's Roy's Vil going? To this mill here. Okay, cool. Both these guys made slightly inefficient mills. This one, janky, should have been there. Roy's, little janky, should have been there, but they are really playing a very similar game here. The question's going to be what happens with the next few Vils, and I think Roy's waypoint is set to a weird place. Now he's going to gold already, and interesting placement on the gold mine. I'm a little surprised he just sent 1 Vil out, or I don't even know. But the chicken are coming in, tied in Vils. What's Calyps's move here? He's going to gold, so I don't think it's a fast imp. Now it could be. The Turks can't make hand cannons in Castle Age. That's Bohemians. So I'm curious what he's going to want to play here. Will he click at 23, or he's going to go to 25? And you kind of have to with chickens because of just how stupid the chickens are. He's dropping a farm. Roy has not dropped any farms, but he's eating the deer or the sheep longer because he's Britons. He's getting more food off of them, so he may be able to get away with no farms. And he has clicked up. He's going to go 26, though. 26 plus 2. So, or 26 plus whatever. He does this yesterday, too. 1,000,000 Vils on the berries. He doesn't want to farm in Dark Age. And he's going to put an extra one up onto the gold. And he may have just a ton of gold. He may want to go to stone, though. And he might need a farm because he won't have enough food, most likely, to get a castle age smoothly. There's only 125, so there's 250. There's maybe like 325 here. There's another 130 here. He's barely got enough food if he finishes all of this to get castle, and that doesn't account for queuing 2 more bills in the interim between feudal and castle age. So Calypso has 3 farms down. He's still got 1 more deer or 1 more sheep left. He should be able to have a pretty smooth. He's got his 2 vills queued. This is fast castle. He's adding another farm, and I'm gonna think that he's gonna want to boom here. He's not set up for a kind of castle drop, which could be great with the Turks. Janissaries are cool. They're a little expensive and they cost food, so they don't give you the greatest castle drop economy situation. But yeah, see Roy here, he's barely. He's got 3 vills queued, so he was able to eke out enough food, enough to get some bills as well. So I did my math wrong, and that's okay. I'm not a professor. I'm just, you know, a guy who's medium to good at Age of Empires on a good day. So Calypso is up. I'm going to assume market blacksmith right away. There's the market. 2 vills. I do 3 for the market and 1 for the blacksmith, but he's going to eye for a little bit longer. He won't have the buildings aren't going to be done after just 2 vills, so he will need a 3rd bill out. And he's going to gold with them. He may want some early army for map control, which I could see being a good play. I'm going to close this door. And he's getting double bit because he can afford it. And 1 more bill is coming out, and he will click after this bill. Now for Roy can click right now. Market blacksmith right on the front. He's going to click, and he's going to have Bloom queued up right after Castle Age. So he's also going to want to boom. Look at all these bills. 12 bills on this lumber camp. Another 7 right here. He only has 2 farms though, so his food production, his food eco is terrible. Yeah, we might see a mass of longbows. Longbows are really strong. Britons have a decent arena game. They have some holes in their tech tree. I'm not super familiar with the Britons because it's not one of my most played civs, but do they get bombard cannon is a great question. I'm not sure. Can someone tell me? No, Masala, this is game 2. Yep, like Lagandog said. This is game 2. If Roy wins this game, he's in the finals and 1 step closer to winning a big chunk of that $500 prize pool that we have. We may still see more donations. If anybody feels inclined to donate a few bucks towards the prize pool, feel free to DM me on Discord, and I will give you my information. But $500 is already so fantastic. I mean, we've seen a lot of tournaments played for 40 bucks or whatever, and that's still great. But this is really cool. I'm excited to see. Britain doesn't get them? Yeah, I didn't think so. So, late game, the Bohemians, or the Turks have a killer late game. Hussar with high pierce armor and access to all the gunpowder. Extra long range bombard cannons will pose a problem for the Britons. So I think that Roy is going to need, and he's going to need to see Castle Age at like the same time for these guys. Roy's going to need to get a lead early game at the risk of suffering to the worst late game comp. Clip's also getting Loom. Now, he could almost fast imp just because of his farm setup here. And I think he's going to. To be totally honest, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. Monastery coming in, and University is going to come in as soon as he can afford it. Yep. So this is a fast imp from BloodyCalyps, and he did it in a pretty slick way where it doesn't look like a fast imp. His castle time is still fast, and Roy is not going to expect this. Roy's going to boom, and he's on a ton of stone, so what seems like a great plan is to have a bunch of stone. May not be as great of a plan. Now, this is a light cap, and it's going to destroy your scout. So, he's going to lose vision on the map. What's funny is that the scout cavalry... Oh, don't fight it, bro. Run, run. A scout cavalry is actually faster than a light cav. Light cav gains HP and attack, but it doesn't gain speed. It actually loses a little bit of speed. So, Roy's on 2 TC. He's dropping farms, and he's got 10 on stone. He wants a castle, but Calyps is going to be clicking up. Yeah, Calyps is up. He's going to have a really fast imp time here with a siege workshop, and this will 100% be a fast imp into hand cannons and bombard cannons. Now, the way to defend that, longbows would be good, actually, but you're going to need to have the... You're going to need to know what's going on. An outpost could help, or just being out here to see what's going on, right? Like, no one's taken the relics yet. I don't see a monk. Roy is just booming, and he's going to want to get this castle up, but if he puts it at the front of his base, it's going to go down, right? He wants the university for ballistics, and I think that he's going to be a little bit surprised when he sees this imp time come in for Calypso, because it's going to come in at like 20 minutes, 21 minutes. Okay, these vills are going forward. So Calypso has a monk queued, and he's going to be almost imp. Roy wants to build his castle out here. He's thinking he's safe, and he is safe for now, but Calypso will see this castle shortly, right? Like, if his scout is lucky, he's going to run in and see this castle foundation. The monk is built, and is probably going to come out and grab this first relic, wherever that monk is. Yeah, the monk is coming out to this relic. Let's see if I can click. It should show. Yep, bam. Going straight for that relic. His scout is about to see the castle foundation, and he does. Can't deny it, can't do anything about it, but he has enough info to know that exactly what he wants to do. Fast, look at this, 21 minutes, bang, he's going to be imp. Now, really well played for blue. This is going to be a tough decision. What does Roy do with the knowledge that he is now facing is that he's behind to the next stage. And if he's familiar with the Turks, he's going to know he doesn't have ballistics in yet, which won't play a huge problem with the cannons and the hand cannons, because they're not fast units. You can still probably get most of your shots, but the longbows are not altogether super accurate. So here it comes. Here's a hand cannoneer for blue, because they get chemistry for free. One hand cannon, and out come the bombard cannons. He has a siege workshop here, and he's going to play it super low eco, right? He doesn't have a ton of res to work with. The hope here is that you end the game now. If you don't end the game now, you can risk losing some forward momentum. He is down 17 vills. Roy's boom is okay. He probably doesn't have Yemen out of the castle yet, but he is getting fletching, so these longbows will have a ton of range. As soon as one of them comes out, I'll be able to tell you just how much range they have. Wheelbarrows coming in, so these farms will start to work a lot nicer. But he now has a problem. There's hand cannons, and there's a bombard cannon ranging his castle, so he does have 10 longbows in here, which will destroy these hand cannoneers. And they have 7 range, but he needs to be careful here. He needs to be super careful here. The hand cannoneers are going to go down, the pikes get sniped, and that was to be expected. So you gotta use your range. If you're Roy, you have to use your range, because your longbows only have 35 HP. They can't really defend themselves. You need to be queuing longbows. Bodkin's smart and everything, but you need to queue longbows. Light cav, scout cavalry isn't gonna do it. Scout cavalry is not gonna do it. He's getting husbandry for the scout cav. That's fine. But you need to make longbows. That is gonna be your answer here. He has fletching, and he's getting Bodkin right now. But he doesn't have Yemen. So he doesn't have the tech that gives them an extra range. 2 vills will not outpace the damage of this bombard cannon. So he may... Ooh, he's going to need to be careful. 2 hand cannons are going to get sniped. Now, these guys now have 8 range, which is pretty killer. The bombard cannon has 12, but the hand cannons only have 7. So the hand cannons with 7 range is pretty wild. So he's going to try to snipe these longbows. He's not making vills, which he needs to be making vills. Nice micro, though. Look at in and out of the castle, getting some repairs on this, but it's going to go down fast. You need to put every vill. Once you lose this castle, you can't make longbows anymore. And once you can't make longbows, you're hurting, dude. If the hand cannons die, the scouts can snipe these, but you got to be pretty precious You gotta be pretty precious. Maybe back that scout up. Scout's dead. Roy is panicked and he's not making villagers. So what's happening is that Calyps is able to whittle down that villager lead. He's out of stone to repair this castle, and that castle is his lifeblood right now. He's using his range nicely to snipe out these hand cannons, and once they're dead, the bombards have no protection. There's one hussar, but the castle's dead. The castle is dead, and it is starting to look not so great for Roy. He should have been on stone. He needs to be on stone. And he needs arbs, right? He doesn't have an archery range down. He was fully dependent on longbows, and now he has to retreat. His base is going to start getting pushed, and this is not looking beautiful, right? He's got a few light cav, but they're not going to be able to get past the... And he's still not on stone, and he hasn't thrown down a range yet. A stable is coming in, but you don't need a stable, dude. You want ranged units, skirms, or whatever. But the hand cannons are deeply ranged by these. They have 8 range to 7. He can get to 9 range with the castle tech that he never did get. 20 vills for Roy is the lead. He maybe wants Imperial Age, but Imperial Age isn't going to give you a... is not going to give you a answer to this. Because these guys are going to be in, right? And he needs arbs. More cav isn't going to do it, dude, because this is 10 hand cannoneers and counting. They will shred your light cav. The light cav don't have good armor. They'll get one shot by the hand cannons. They have 17 attack. So, a castle in the back, because he knows he can't protect. He bought a castle. He needs an archery range. And he needs it really bad. He needs an archery range, and he needs arbs. These hand cannons are going to start doing damage. So, if he's lucky, he will be able to pick off these hand cannons right now. He does have ballistics. So... And he seems like Britons don't get thumb ring, but the longbows are shooting pretty quickly. Bang, bang. He's losing some hand cannons. But the bombard cannons are here, and without... he has nothing on wood. Roy is in a pickle. The fast imp, this town center is going to go down. And this right here, this fight, if these scouts stay up and snipe those bombards, then he has a moment to breathe. But if they don't, then they don't. Longbows are getting queued. Yeah, I'm with you. I am with you, Masala. It looks like GG to me, because he's going to be down to 0 town centers. 0 TC gaming, and he can't afford to make more. 1 bombard. Nope. The bombard stays up. The bombard stays up. The longbows are dead. And I just don't know how Roy wins this game. You have to repair your town centers. These vills aren't doing anything. He's got 18 idle vills. The bombard cannons are wrecking. And, yeah, it's panic moments. It's big panic for Roy right now. The arena game, Calyps had a good strat cooked up. Do we hide civs in the lobby? Yes, absolutely you hide civs in the lobby. You don't get to choose the counter to your opponent's choice. Now, this is panic. Every single vill on a town center. You don't need to put every single vill to build a town center. Okay, that looks like 2 bombard cannons dead. So, right now, he's down 5 vills. Calyps's eco is smooth, though, right? He's chilling. He's got relics. How many relics? 2 relics, so his gold's just climbing up. He's got farms, and he's untouched, right? He is going to lose his forward army, though. The hand cannons are dead. Now, this castle from Calyps is actually maybe a bad plan, and he might cancel it. Roy's never getting imp. He has 0 vills on food. They're coming back out, but he does have plenty of wood he could sell, and he needs archery ranges. He needs to spam arbs, because you're so dependent on one single castle producing your military. But Bloody here doesn't have any more bombards. He just has hand cannons. He has 1 bombard cannon. So Roy can absolutely deny this castle. Roy needs his army in the front of his base, though. This is his moment to counterattack. It sounds like Calyps is getting another relic. Roy... Oh, so he put the castle further back, which is super smart, because Roy can't see it. Roy cannot see this castle. He sees 1 vill, though. He should think... Yeah, he's playing it a little too safe. He's got his shit rocked back here. So he's a little too scared. The hand cannons might give it away, and he backs away from the hand cannons. He doesn't want anything to do with it. Roy is, it looks like he's getting Yemen out of the castle, which will give another range to these guys. So they're at 8, they're going to be at 9, plus another attack. Everything on gold, everything on stone. He's spamming down farms. He is trying to hold on in this game, and it is not over yet. But the Turks have 100% of the map control right now. A castle outside of his base that Roy, I do believe, still cannot see. Though we can kind of see that. That might just be a bug in the spectator browser, but he's gonna find out now. He sees the bills on stone. He sees the castle. The hand cannons are gonna get shredded though. And now what Roy needs is Imperial Age, but he can't get it. He can't get Imp. He's not gonna be able to counterattack because there's a castle here and there's walls over here. So, you know, he is a little bit at the mercy of being stuck in his base without the ability to strike back. He needs trebs. And the Britons get Warwolf trebs. They get awesome trebuchets, but his market's going down. He's just going to get whittled to death here as Calypso takes all the map. He's going to take every relic if he hasn't already. He's got 3. Did Roy manage to grab a couple? I don't really know. He has a monastery. No relics in it, though. But Roy's sweating, man. He's adding another town center. But he needs Imperial Age more than he needs anything. Yeah, Hussar switch and GG, exactly, right? So, and we should see that coming anytime. He doesn't... Oh, he's adding a bunch of farms right now. Calypso has 87 bills. He's in great position, and we do see the stables, so it's going to be Hussars. The Hussars come in and raid the longbows, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. But we will see, man. He could add pikes, but he's not going to add pikes. He needs Imp. He needs Imperial Age bad. And he's queuing bills. You can't make more bills here. You need trebs, dude. Because you're just getting rocked. I hate to say it, but I do think that Roy is cooked here. He played a great game 1. Let's see the whole map. He played a great game 1. Siege Workshop's coming in for more bombards. 4th Relic's coming in. Maybe the 5th. I can't see because I'm stupid. Yeah, the 4th Relic is coming in. Roy has finally clicked Imp. But I fear it's too little too late. He's down 26 villagers. He has less military count. He's down in the KD. And look at his base. It is a shell of what it once was. University is down. He won't be able to get chemistry. He's got no wood. This is a tough one. Sorry, I had to send some text messages here. Castle being built in his base. Now, Roy, it's okay to call the GG. You are dead. Here come the Hussars. There's 4 bombard cannons. The Hussars are going to come in, and once they are in for the raid, there's nothing you can do. The Light Cav are going to hang out for a second, but these Hussar don't have attack upgrades, but they do just have their +1 pierce armor that they get. Now, you got to be real careful here. These guys have 9 range, which is pretty sick. Hussar going down. Now when he gets up, he absolutely has enough res for trebs. The longbows are so cool because the 9 range is ridiculous. Once he gets Bracer, he'll have 10 range on him. And 11 actually, right? Once they finally get in. So you have to try to micro down these guys. You got to get these bombard cannons down. With the bombards are up, you can't win the game. And we will see how this goes. Roy is Imp. He's getting Bracer, which is great. You definitely need Bracer.
Ready.
10 range. Going to be 11 when Bracer comes in. Chemistry would give him 12, which would match these. Though they have 14 because they're Turks. So, tough stuff. They're weak to that. That's 4 longbows dead to the bombards. He has a puncher's chance if he just takes down If he takes down these two castles in his base, he does have a chance to prolong this game. Cloud, they're not. They need to either be in no party or in a party with each other, but not in a party with anybody else. Those are the rules. Roy's housed though, and another castle's coming up. This castle might be a little ambitious, but I bet it goes up. He doesn't have Trebs coming in. He's researching Warwolf, I believe, before queuing Trebs. And it's over, dude.
Yay.
These longbows with 11 range are pretty cool and everything, but they are ranged badly by the Turk bombard cannons. So he's going to try to scoot in here and kill these vills, but he's going to lose his whole entire army. Wow. Big shots. Yeah, Roy's got nothing, dude. He's queuing up 16 light cav out of 2 stables. He's going to lose his army mass, and surprised we're not... Yeah, here's the Hussars. I was going to say, I'm surprised we're not seeing more Hussars. They finally got some attack and some armor upgrades. Yeah, once this castle goes down, it's over. 20 villas are garrisoned inside here. And that is GG. That is GG. Well played to Calypso. He extends this to a game 3 to go to the finals. Really well played by both, but the fast imp is super hard to handle, especially when you're not ready for it. Archery ranges early in the game to get out ARBs would have been huge, because the ARBs have almost as much range. They're just as good. You just get Yemen out of the castle and your ARBs are crazy good. The next map, Masala, will be whatever Roy picks from the map pool. So it could be African Clearing, Hideout, Nomad, Black Forest, or something else. I always forget them all. There's 7 maps to pick from. So they played Arabia and Arena, and we will see what they pick next. Let's check the stats. Heavy in favor of Calypso. He had a comeback game there. 82 to 48. Roy collected more wood, but that's because he had nothing else to collect. Exact same castle time. Really well played by Calypso to get a fast imp that looked like just a normal FC. Chicken Arena might actually help disguise the fast imp because everyone's a little bit slower. I don't know. Okay, so these guys don't want to play new maps. They don't want to play different maps. We went Arabia, Arena, African Clearing yesterday, and we got it again today. Now, Spanish versus Byzantines. I'm pretty sure that's Byzantines for Roy. I really do suck at my shields, but I know that's the Spanish. Okay, so I got $1 that says BloodyCalyps is going to FC into Conquistadors and try to end this game early. This is one of my least favorite things to defend. It is a OP strat, and like, as Byzantines might be better than a lot of civs at defending it. You either play CA and try to match the conks, but they're pretty scary because they'll kill you, or you invest into your skirms, play skirm defense, and get ahead in the eco, because conks are expensive. You need a castle, they cost a lot of food, they cost a lot of gold. The map is African Clearing, Lagging Dog. So African Clearing conks are goated. You can't really wall, and yeah, it's going to be tough. But Byzantines are a great civ for this. Camels do really well against conks also. So we can see that. We can see camels. Now it's interesting to see, where do these guys settle? They're right next to each other here. In fact, they're all right next to each other. So Calypso sees where Roy sets down. He will have a little bit of an advantage in that regard. Where will he settle? Is he going to pick to be close, or will he pick to be far? They're going to be close. Now, the advantage is here is that Roy is way closer to the wood line. He can much easier take safe wood. Calypso has this wood, and then he has to go far. The middle of the map can be a pretty devastating place to be. He also doesn't have easy access to stone. He has this stone that's really close to Roy's base, this stone that's far, far away, and unprotected. So I hate settling in the middle of the map. I always try to find like a pond like this. It's close to the wall. The corner is a little bad, harder to get boars. That's one good thing here, is that Calypso has access to 1, 2, 3, 4 boars that are easily taken. 5 if he's getting squirrely. Roy has 1 and 2. I mean, they could fight over this one, but I believe that Calypso will get it first. Because I don't think that Roy can see it. Let's see. Definitely not. He does have a sheep to scout. Calypso has no sheep. Yesterday, Roy was the, yeah, skirm, exactly. Byzantines get the cheaper skirms. So Calypso, while he does have access to all these boars, he doesn't see them, and he has no sheep to find out, which is a huge downside right now on African clearing. You really want to have these sheep, and he's just going to go scouting, because he knows that he needs map vision. He sees a boar, huge. Roy does not see that boar, and he doesn't know that Calypso is right here either. He may have seen it, and I didn't see if he saw the outline, but I don't think he did, because the TCs are not close enough. So he found some sheep. Nicely done to go out and get some sheep. He needs them. So he's gonna scout, and he's all of a sudden got eyes on 3 boars. He's gonna go straight to this wood line and drop a lumber camp, because he's got to establish safe wood. And then these are effectively his straggler trees. If he's getting raided, or if he runs out of this fish and he doesn't have another mill yet, he can go to these stragglers. And yeah, it was 0 sheep Roy, dude, yesterday, but today it is not. Today Roy has 1 sheep. 1 sheep in a dream. He does see both of his boars. He has no idea about the front boar. He has 2 sheep, though. 2 sheeps, and he's gonna go take this long-ass boar. He got loom already, so he has access to 3 boars, and he's gonna take full advantage of it. He may see this front boar, and if Calypso hasn't taken it, he did. Good job. You gotta take that front boar early. So what Roy will end up seeing, I believe, is Calypso's base. Right? Oh, man. Oh, man. He doesn't quite see it. Now, even with loom, these elephants are bonkers. So he's going to be a little bit in the dark here. It will be kind of tough for Calypso to fast castle here in the middle of the map. You do have to walk your bills far to the wood, and they are going to be totally exposed. If Roy opens any kind of ranged unit, he can pick off this lumber camp and pretty easily do some damage. So he's going to go out to get another boar. He's got 2 on wood. Now, I like this. Roy does this build. He just puts 2 on wood. He does the bare minimum here. He's going to drop this house early and another house early, because he also wants to fast castle. I just hit down on my D-pad like I was going to queue vills. Yeah. I've been casting and not playing. He does see a house. Maybe gives it away that Calypso is near. It's better than nothing. And he grabs another sheep, and he almost... Oh, man. Where's Naily, dude? That pathing was trash. This Vil may die. I mean, probably not. Let's see if he goes for the sheep bump. Come on, dude. Walk him through right here. Sheep bump. It might actually happen. It might just happen for fun. Maybe. Come on. Dude, this Vil. Bump it with the sheep. Build a house. I don't know. Get him in the town center. Get him in the town center. He got him in the town center. Vil is not dead. He has a 1 Vil lead because he had his TC up earlier. So right now it is anybody's game. I'm really curious to see what Calypso is going to do with the fact... Yeah, he's going for a 3rd boar right now. Roy is also getting a 3rd boar. He is a food freak. So they're both going to have 3 boars. Calypso may try to get this one too. And he may try to get that one, though honestly I probably wouldn't. This one seems a little closer. Vil does not die. The Vil doesn't die. The Vil stay garrisoned a little long. Roy is going to go 1 more to wood here. I think he wants the fast castle. He's maintaining his villager lead, and he's preemptively walling up in a little bit of a janky way. House, mill, and then a house here. He is giving himself a ton of housing space, thinking that Calypso must be far away. I don't think he sees him, and maybe he just thinks he dropped that house just for fun. Idle TC for Roy. He's going to lose his Vil lead. He clicks up at 18 Vils. He's not fast castling. Very interesting. So this can pay. If he's lucky, this can pay. Calypso is bringing in his 4th boar. Yep, he took this one there. I don't even know. He might think about taking this one too. So 4 boars for Calypso. He will 100% be fast castling, and he won't need a farm. He's going to have a ton of food to work with. Calypso has loom. It looks like he has loom, right? Let's see, does he?
Monday?
Yeah, he's got loom. He was 1 Vil behind, but he's going to stone. This back stone is a good, safe bet. This is fast castle conks, without a doubt. He's going to shift over here. He won't be able to... I mean, the wood line over here is a little rough because he's not going to be able to afford much. Roy does not have a barracks coming in. These walls won't mean nothing to the gunpowder, though. He's going to want a barracks, right? Like, he's feudal age for what reason? Barracks coming in at the back. Pretty late on the barracks, though. Pretty late on the barracks. Right now, this is a... Calyps, honestly, if I'm Calyps, I like to see this. Your opponent isn't going to be able to match you. If you get fast castle, which he's going to get. He's got a ton on food here. He's got food over here. He's got 1 bill on stone. The next 2 will probably go over there. The next 2 bills that he queues up. But the wood count, and he's walling this up. He saw the feudal age, and he said, alright, dude, I'm going to wall this up. Roy is made a barracks, and he's getting the men-at-arms upgrade. I don't think this works against BloodyCalyps. I don't think the all-in men-at-arms works. In fact, I think it's a horrible play. You have to read your opponent's civ. He's Spanish. He's going to make conquistadors. He's not feudal age yet. That means he's going to make conquistadors. He wants men-at-arms, and I think he may get a little damage if he finds that wood line, but he doesn't know where Calyps is. He's going to span men-at-arms into the darkness. Bloody Calypso is going to hit Castle Age, make Conquistadors, and it will be all she wrote. A stable coming in as well. He's playing it just like he played it yesterday, which I don't blame him. He won that game yesterday. But I think that he has a tougher opponent today, and this is rough. Calypso hits Castle. He has 11 bills on food. Market is coming up. He's got enough to go up to Castle Age in just a moment. Market's coming up. He's going to drop the blacksmith in a moment as well. He could see a farm. Why can he see that farm? This has to be a capture age bug. Or not even capture age, but just spectator browser bug, because you shouldn't be able to see that farm. Now, Roy is attacking this house. He's attacking this vill. He won't get the vill snipe. But Calypso is going to click up to Castle Age. Yeah, men-at-arms, dude. Masala, he went men-at-arms yesterday on African Clearing. He spanned him all the way across the map, men-at-arms, and he got the W by having like 20 men-at-arms in feudal age. As the Bulgarians. So, Roy is making men-at-arms and he's making scouts. But he now realizes what's happening. Calypso is on his way up to Castle Age. He's going to try to wall up. And Calypso has how many bills on stone? 7 bills on stone. He will have a castle up sooner than later. And the Conquistadors, I think, will not have a problem just destroying. Why are these scouts running back? He's trying to find the wood line maybe. But he did snipe a vill here. 1-0 for Roy in the KD. He's going to desperately need to get Castle Age, and this is a huge problem. His vills are just all in one spot. The conks run in, and they just run. You just run past the TC, go to the wood line, and it's GG. Maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh, but I do think this is a misplay from Roy, and that you have to respect the conks. Now, this, though, this is huge. This is huge. The men-at-arms are going to do some damage. They don't have upgrades. And they're going to die. He fights it off with the vills. But if he knows where they are, right? Like, Calypso has 500, though. He can just buy it. I mean, he can just... Once he gets a castle up, it doesn't matter anymore. He's going to play an all-in game here. Yeah, he did find the stone. He found the stone, but, Calypso can do whatever he needs to do to get a castle up, and that's all that matters, right? Roy doesn't have any army on the field. He has 1 army on the field. And it's just attacking this wood line. It's a scout. Roy's making more men-at-arms. But Calypso is almost there. He needs 75. He needs like 40 more stone to get a castle up. The castle can literally go right here. And he's making a couple knights just to make sure this castle goes up. But he's not playing knights. He's going to make you think he is. Oh man. This is something like yeah, the castle's going right on his face. Yeah, this is GG. Roy needs to fight. I don't know if he has the military. His army is over here. He can't deny this castle. Civ knowledge is a thing, right? Like, looking at your opponent's Spanish on African clearing, you need to know, hey, this guy's gonna make conks. He's gonna fast castle into conquistadors. Roy's gonna fight it with vills, but this vill is dead. The castle's gonna go up, and I don't think Roy can do it. He's getting a wheelbarrow. I don't think he can do anything about this. Yep, GG. Roy quits. A little bit anticlimactic, but yeah, there's nothing you can do. This game is over. You cannot defend this castle, and oh, Arabia should be the only map played? No way. Yeah, really well played from Blue there. That was the correct play. Roy did not read the situation right, and you need to fast castle yourself against the Spanish, especially with the late feudal time like that. You can't. The men-at-arms play worked yesterday, but today, this is the answer to it: a fast castle and a couple knights, and there's nothing you can do. Really well played from these guys. BloodyCalyps advances to the finals. He will play the winner of Billy Down versus Goldstones. This was a quick one. Quick match. Really well played to Roy. He took that Arabia game, and it was impressive. Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to end this stream. Thanks for tuning in. That was fun.